Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a meet my pets video because I asked you guys on Instagram what you would like to see, and that overwhelmingly got the majority vote. So if you don't already know, I have a, well, what some people may call a ranch or a farm or a lot of animals. Now granted, I'm not on the same level as Taylor Nicole-Teen, or that's the only person I can think of that has a ton of animals. But currently right now I do have 7 furry babies, and I know you can see one of the cages back there. But I'm going to do a little introduction of each of my pets, and then I did ask you guys on Amino to ask me some questions, and I will answer them to the best of my abilities about each and every one of my pets. So let's jump right into it. So first off, here is my naked rat. Her name is Raisin, and as you can see, she is still a little bit of a baby. Here she is. She's a bit sneezy right now. We've been switching out her bedding, so it's a bit sneezy. What are you doing? But as you can see, she is completely hairless, and she is just a little doll face. We love her. Yes, we do. And she's super sweet. She's kind of excited right now. I did just kind of wake her up. So she is probably like, what is going on? But I will probably put her back in her cage and let her sleep because you're getting so sneezy. We might have to take her to the vet because I've noticed she's been a little bit sneezy recently. So we might have to give you some medicine, sister. Yes, we do. All right. Well, this is Raisin. And here, I'll try and get you up close, but Dad's so runny right now. I know. Here, you want to see? Look. We're still trying to hand train her, if you can't tell. But this is Raisin. And this is rat baby number 2. I just got her yesterday. She's a brand spanking new. But her name is Almond. So we got Raisin and Almond. Come here. Can I show you to everybody? I know. Can you say hi? She's so sweet. I got her from the same breeder that I got Raisin from. Yes, I did. Oh, you smell so good. You smell so fresh and so clean. Yes, you do. And she is super sweet. She is a little fawn rat. And as you can see, she's still a baby. She's real little. But her and Raisin are doing very well. And she is a super sweetheart. So this is Almond. I don't have much to say about her because she's still so brand spanking new. I really don't know her personality quite yet, but this is her. And she's so little and tiny. We love her. You say hi to everybody. And give her a kiss. All right, that's Almond. This is my 3rd rat. Yes, I have a lot of rats. This is Ray. She's 2, so she's old. But mommy loves you just as much. But yeah, you can tell she's an older rat. She likes just to be on my shoulder. She's chilling. It's my parrot. So this is Ray, and she's kind of the big mama, I guess I'd call her. She's my biggest rat that I've had. She is very dominant with her cage mate. Not to like a violent sense, but like they have their own sort of house rule that they live by, and the 2 of them do the best together because I got them together. But this is Ray. She's one of my old girls, and I have another old girl as well that I will show you who is a bit more skittish than her. But you can see Ray is just the big head honcho of the rats. So there she is. So big. So pretty. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. Mama knows you. And that is, that's Ray. This is Leia. She's my other 2-year-old rat. You can tell she is a lot more skittish than Ray. I'm not sure why, because I've always handled her ever since I got her. But she just doesn't like being held as much. She doesn't mind being out. Every time I come to the cage, she comes and says hi to me. But she just doesn't like being handled. Ray doesn't mind it as much. And Raisin and Almond don't mind being handled. It's just her. She's the only rat I've ever had that doesn't quite like being handled. And as you can see, she is a lot smaller than Ray, but they are exactly the same age. I got them at the same time, and they were born from the same litter. So they are sisters, born at the same time, from the same litter. So there is Leia. And as you can see, I did a little Ray and Leia from Star Wars. So that is Leia. Here she is. Can you say hi to everybody? Here, can I see your face? Here she, oh, she can jump on the camera. All right, I'm gonna go put her back. All right, and that is it for the rats. I only have 4 rats, but I have 4 rats. This is my only non-rodent animal. This is my ferret, and her name is Baxter. Yes, her name. We got her from a family who couldn't take care of her anymore, and they thought, I know, you went down. And I just woke her up too, and she's like ready to play. But they did not want her anymore. They did not have the means to take care of her, so they asked if I could take her for free. So I did. Well, when we went to the vet, and they had told me that, you know, 1-year-old boy ferret named Baxter. And I took her to the vet because I had my suspicions, and she was due for her rabies shot and everything because I had had her for a year. And the vet told me exactly what I thought. She was a she, but she does know her name, and at this point she is almost 3 years old, so we just kept the name Baxter because that's what we're so used to. Can I get kisses? And she get kisses. Thank you, Mama. She's very sweet, and she's probably my most, thank you. I was done. I was done. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is what we do every day. But she's my most, I don't want to say loving animal, because all my animals love me in different ways, but she's definitely the most snuggliest. She likes being pet. As you can see right now, I'm petting her on her belly, on her back, like this. She likes kisses. She likes being held. I could literally rock her to sleep right now if I wanted to, but she's just my furry snake that I call her. She's my carpet shark. So this is Baxter. Say hello to everybody. I love her. She's my best friend. Now my next 2 animals, I'm probably not going to be able to show you because, well, one is super nocturnal and does not like when I mess with him when he is not awake. That is my hamster Tank. He doesn't mind being handled, but it has to be after midnight because that's when he wakes up. So I'm really not going to mess with him too much because I like to let him have a sleep schedule, but I will insert some pictures of him here. And then my next animal that I probably won't be able to show you because he's not super hand trained is my mouse, Jorge, who is my mouse that I have. He is about a year old. I did have another mouse, but unfortunately he did pass away. His name was Figaro, and he did end up having pneumonia when we got him. He was a rescue that he was born in store in PetSmart. They didn't have anything to, you know, they couldn't sell him or anything because he was inbred. So they ended up adopting him out. I got him for free. I took him home, took care of him. I think I had him for maybe 9 months, and then he ended up passing away, and he was on antibiotics pretty much his whole life, but he just recently passed away a couple months ago. And now we just have Jorge left, and he's healthy. I just got him as like a normal mouse. He didn't have any issues that I knew of when I got him. He was just super cute and looked like a little fuzzball. So I will insert pictures of Jorge here. So like I did say at the beginning of this video that I am going to do a Q&A now. I asked you guys on Amino, which if you don't know is an app where you can go and you can find your interests. You can join the Amino group and then you can talk with other people. So I am in a rat group, a mouse group, a hamster group, a ferret group, and a rodents group that I talk to, and you know, I ask a lot of pet advice and I give pet advice and things like that. So I did ask you guys on there what you would like to know about my pets, and a lot of you guys asked what are the ages of my pets. Now, like I did say earlier, I do have my 2 older rats are almost 2 years old, so they are old ladies. I think I mentioned Baxter, my ferret, is 3 or will be 3 in May of next year, so she's like 2.5-ish now. Tank, my hamster, I'm not quite sure how old he is. I got him in July, and I'm assuming he was around 8 weeks old when I got him. And then same with Jorge, I got him in February of this year, and I'm assuming that he was around the age of 4 to 5 weeks when I probably got him. And then my other 2 rats, I know that Raisin is, I believe she's 3 months old, and Almond is only 8 weeks. No, not even. I think she's 6 weeks old. She's 6 weeks old because she's a baby. So that's how old all of my animals are. So my oldest by far is Baxter, but I have only had her for a year and a half. I did get her from a previous owner that did have her for a year prior to me. And then another question that a lot of people wanted to ask is, how do I bond with my pets? How do I spend time with my pets? Because I do have a lot of animals. So my rats I spend time with every day. I take them out, play with them on the couch or in the bathtub or on my bed in my bedroom, and we all 4 just play together. I don't keep them all 4 in the same cage. A lot of people ask why. I did talk about this on my amino. Raisin was supposed to go in the same cage with Ray and Leia. Now, I did have a lot of issues, not so much with Leia, but with Ray. Ray is very dominant, and her and Leia, like I said, have a very, you know, alpha omega vibe in their cage, and Leia's fine with that. And it's never been an issue for the 2 years that I've had them. Now, Leia was totally fine with Raisin, had no issues, and Ray was fine with Raisin. They are fine playing together, never have a problem when they are in neutral territory where there's not food involved. Well, unfortunately, whenever I bring food around Ray, she gets immediately food aggressive. Now, she doesn't get food aggressive with Leia. She does sometimes over treats, but it's always like I have to give Ray her treat first, and then I give Leia her treat, which is something that I've just learned to do over the years, over the 2 years of having them. That's just how their dynamic has always been. Well, with Raisin, unfortunately, because she is so little and so small, Ray is so big, it became an issue. And I know they say no blood, no foul. Well, she was biting her to the point of bleeding, and I was just not comfortable with that. So I decided that Raisin would just be better with another cage mate, that I could get another young rat and they could grow up together. I know they say, you know, you should have like 3 or more rats because, like, what if one dies and then the other one's gonna get... I get that, and that's what I try to do with Raisin. For me, I'm thinking that Ray and Leia probably have at least 6 months to a whole year left with me, and then after that happens, I will put Raisin and Almond with another cage mate, or I might do that sooner. So the plan is to have Raisin and Almond and a third rat together, so they are all 3 together. But Ray and Leia just... And you know, if by sheer miracle, I don't want to say by sheer miracle, that'd be horrible, but if Ray does unfortunately pass before Leia, which I doubt would happen, I think Ray is going to outlive Leia, that's my guess, I would put Leia with the other 2, because they would be fine together. But they do get outside playtime, and I just went on like a huge tangent about something that like wasn't even the question, but there's your answer. That's how I bond with the rats. They all play together. I play with them separately. We all get one-on-one time, handling time, things like that. My mouse, that's another story. Jorge never wanted to be hand trained, and that was something that like I was fine with. So we bond in a really unusual way. I sit at the edge of the cage and I talk to him, and we hang out, and we just chit chat, and he comes to the cage and he'll hang out and he'll talk to me, and he wants me, you know, he'll squeak at me and he wants me to talk to him, but he doesn't want me to touch him. So that's how me and Jorge bond. We talk like we're women. And then Baxter, Of course, Baxter is the easiest to bond with. I just let her out of the cage. She gets to free roam most of the day when I am home. She is litter box trained, so we don't have to worry about having an accident. Really, the only thing that I have to worry about is cords and things like that. Fortunately, when I did get Baxter, she was already not a chewer, so it was very easy to deter her from chewing on anything. The only thing that she does is she steals socks. That's it. And she likes to sleep in piles of clothes. So if you ever have a laundry basket, you'll probably find her in there. And the other question that someone had is, how did I train Baxter? How easy was it to train Baxter, my ferret? Fortunately, she came trained a little bit, like partially potty trained, really wasn't a chewer, really already super sweet, was never really, you know, angry. Like, you could tell that she was handled a lot at her old house by her old owners, which was great. I was so happy. My biggest fear was that I was going to pick up this mean ferret that didn't want to be touched or played with, or, you know, which is like any pet owner's worst nightmare. But fortunately, when I did pick her up, she was the sweetest little thing, and she just wanted to lick me. And ever since then, like, we've been best friends. So I got really lucky with the ferret that I got. And honestly, like, I think all ferrets are super sweet. I've never, ever, ever met a mean ferret, ever. They, don't get me wrong, they can do damage with their teeth, but, you know, she's never bit anyone, ever. So, I don't know if I'm the lucky one or if ferrets are just like that, but she definitely is a godsend. She's one of my best pets. And then another question that somebody asked was, what do I prefer, male or female rats? This is a really hard question. I've never had male rats before. I've only ever had female rats, and I did talk to my boyfriend about this yesterday, actually. I was talking to Gavin about it, and I said, you know, after we're done with the female rats, I'd like to get some male rats, because I've heard that they're more snuggly and things like that. So, first-hand experience I've never had with male rats. I know male hamsters are more docile, more calm, more snuggly. So, like, if you're planning on getting a hamster, I would say get a male one. They're easier to train. They're easier to hand train. They, you know, they eat more, I think, but never had a problem with my hamster. So, yeah, I don't think I'm really, like, fit to answer that question. But obviously, I have a preference. I've only ever had female rats. I don't know if that's just by sheer chance or luck, but that's how it worked out. And then the last question that I'm going to answer is, somebody asked, if I was a kid, how did I convince my parents to let me have animals? Now, obviously, I'm not a kid now. I am a full-grown adult. I have my own apartment, and that is why I have all the animals that I do now. But fortunately for me, my parents were super duper awesome and loved animals just as much as I did. Mostly my mom. My mom and dad were divorced when I was growing up, so it was mostly my mom. But my mom was really awesome and always let us have pets growing up. So I remember I got my first rat when I was in kindergarten. So I was around 5 or 6. And I got a black hooded rat, named her Sasha. She was the only rat. Now I know that was like big mistake, but she lived a full life. She lived till I was, I think I got her when I was 5. She died when I was 7. So she lived full 2 years. And she was an awesome rat. She was so nice. Me and my dad would play with her together. And after that, my mom let me get Velma and Daphne, my first pair of rats. And then I didn't have a rat for a very long time. And then I got Biscuit and Gravy. And Gravy's my heart rat, honestly. Like, she was the best pet that I've ever had, ever. I mean, she was so sweet. She would hang out in my hoodie pocket. She, unfortunately, I know that female rats are very susceptible to mammary gland tumors, and that is what happened to Gravy, and we did end up having to put her down at 3.5. So she lived more than a full life, but she's my heart rat. Like, she's me and her. Like, there'll never be another Gravy. And then after that, I had Daisy and Pepper. And then a couple years later, I got Ray and Leia. And then eventually I got Raisin and Almond. And those are the 4 rats that I have now. So that is all of my rats that I've had. And I was fortunate enough to not ever have to like talk my parents into letting me get a pet. My mom was one of those people that like always growing up, you know, I had my own animal that I had my responsibilities of taking care of. My brother had a hamster that he was responsible to take care of, and my sister had a hamster that she was responsible for taking care of. So we just got lucky on that front. But anyway, that's all the questions that I have for you to answer today. And I will come back for Vlogmas Day 4 tomorrow with another video. And I'm sorry I'm talking with my hands so much. It's really hot in here, so I feel like that's why. But I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a fantastic day and a happy Vlogmas Day 3. I will see you guys tomorrow.